Hi, I'm Blake Havard, and I'm here today to talk to you about a trip that I took a couple years ago that started out as what I thought was a terrible idea, but ended up being I guess, a pretty fun time. Well, it all started about 2 years ago. It was around Valentine's Day, and I was dating a girl who was a big country music fan, and I do not like country music, plain and simple. I've never been a fan of it, and I doubt I'll ever be a fan of it. Well, it started out, it was Valentine's Day, and I wanted to do something for Valentine's Day that would be fun, rather than just, buying flowers like everybody else does. So I knew about this country music concert. The artist who was going to be there, his name was Billy Currington. Now, I'd never heard of Billy Currington, but I knew he had a hit on the radio at the time, and I knew that my girlfriend liked him, so I was like, maybe this is something I'll, go to, or look into at least. Time passed, and I ended up getting the tickets, and I decided we were going to go. And at first, I thought it was just going to be her and I, which would have been cool, all romantic for Valentine's Day. But it turns out that a couple of our friends ended up going, so it made it a little bit better of an experience. I guess less awkward since I didn't like the country music. But the concert was held at the Valentine Ballroom in Des Moines, and we drove from my hometown, Centerville, that morning, and it took about an hour and a half to get up there. Got to Des Moines, grabbed something to eat before the concert, and then arrived at the Valentine Ballroom on time, and got there pretty early so we could get close to the front, because that's how girls are. They want to be right up next to the stage. And got there for the concert. The opening band played, and they weren't really that country of a format. They were more of a southern rock is what I would consider it, and it was pretty enjoyable. I mean, I had a good time. I didn't have to listen to country music the whole time. So the opening band, after that, I was pretty stoked for the concert, pretty excited. Well, Billy Currington came out, and all the girls went crazy, and he started singing his country music, and I don't like country music, so I wasn't enjoying myself too much. But after a while, I just kind of let myself relax and think, hey, it's cool just to listen to live music, so enjoy your time. After all, you're not here for you, you're here for your girlfriend, trying to be a nice guy. Well, the concert kept going. It was a good time. There were a couple different friends there. I think all in all, there were 6 or 7 of my different friends that were at the concert, and we all had a good time. We all stood next to each other the whole concert and, just enjoyed the music. The concert started to wrap up, and we decided that it was probably time to hit the roads and head back home, since we had a little bit of a drive ahead of us, probably another still hour and a half to 2 hours. So the concert ended. I left the concert feeling, well, it was country music, which isn't my favorite, but it was live music, so it was good. And ultimately, I did a great thing. I took a girl to a concert on Valentine's Day, and I put her ahead of me in what I wanted to do. So it was a good time, and like I said, anytime you get to hear live music, it's always fun. So we ended up driving back to Centerville. I got back late that night, but it was worth it. The concert was a lot of fun. The drive was kind of boring. I think I actually fell asleep about halfway through and on the way home, and just kind of dozed off and made everybody else pay attention to the road. So all in all, I mean, Valentine's Day was, I guess, a rather enjoyable experience. I went to a concert that I didn't really want to go to, but I guess the lesson learned was don't always judge things just by what you hear or by appearance. I never thought that I would have fun at a country concert, let alone a Billy Currington concert. And I ended up having a pretty good time, and it made a lot of people happy. So with that, I'd like to thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed hearing my story.